We took our group of girls, me and my staff, to Midlothian, and I think it was an eye-opener for them. We lost at the buzzer, and we also go by our motto, refuse to lose, which means be tough, mean, aggressive, dedicated, hustle for your teammate, be somebody, refuse to lose. So I think they're implementing that into their minds and their brains, and they're showing it. But one goal that we set for our team is to make the playoffs. That's Ashley Hopkins' uncle. I played with him at Dallas Lincoln, 40-0, and it's just a luxury to just be coaching his niece. All those good players that came from the South, we intertwined with each other and we became good friends, and then I just started playing in South Dallas. I went on to play at Dallas Lincoln High School, where we won a national championship, state and national championship, but I always say national because that's on the top of it, you know. A lot of people always say state, but national is always important to me, so I always make sure that I explain it, you know, to people, because it never really happened in the state of Texas, I don't believe. We lost at the buzzer on a three-point shot, and I think it kind of raised the bar for the girls and letting them know that every inch, every play of the game counts. I would say, you know, I have a phrase, and we always use it, is why not the Grove? The main thing I use that is because we want to get the community of the Grove back at Skyline. And as you can see here at the Lady Raiders, it has tradition. On our court, it says Lady Raiders. So, you know, we have to live up to the Lady Raiders. And we always use that phrase, why not the Grove? We're trying to bring it back. Having a perfect record of 40-0 and succeeding and winning the state national championship. From there, that was probably the great. Let me go back to that. That was probably the greatest time of my basketball career, was at Dallas Lincoln, man. I tell my kids, my young ladies now, that you're gonna have the best time of your basketball career in high school. So do not waste your time. You meet a lot of people. It's just not the same when you get to the next level. But anyway, long story short, from Lincoln, I went on to Tyler Junior College at TJC in Tyler, Texas. Coach Marcus, great guy, recruited me from Dallas Lincoln. He got me there. I spent 2 years there at TJC, and you start meeting different people, and you got to make adjustments when you get to that level. But when I got there, had a good career. My freshman year at TJC, I probably averaged a good 15 points. And then my sophomore year came along. I was just seeing some of my peers, for example, Chris Bosh, was seeing some of those, Brian Hopkins playing at SMU, Chris playing at Georgia Tech, and I wanted to get to reach that high level and get and play Division I basketball. So I worked hard that summer after my freshman year. Stepped through those obstacles. Sophomore year came back. I averaged like 18 points a game. And if you look at one of these posters things here, I have an article that I always keep to myself. It says right here, Shipman, I scored 13 threes. Sport TJ, I think we was playing, I can't remember who we were playing, but I made 13 3-pointers. And that was probably one of my life goals, man, that I never thought that I would make, you know, just making 13 threes in a game. But with that being said, I think that was a game that got me recruited. From there, from TJC, I got JUCO All-American. We end up losing in the semifinal championship. From there, Coach Drew, Scott Drew at Baylor. He's still there, attending Baylor now, head coaching, being the leader for them. Love Coach Drew, he taught me a lot. They recruited me to Baylor.
Long three, oh my goodness, Shipman, it's his third three.
And I got to play 2 years at Baylor University. My junior year, my three-point percentage was probably about, I'm probably shooting a good 60-something% from the three-point line there at Baylor, but he recruited me to be that shooter there at Baylor.
Third three.
Well, Shipman did that against Kansas Wednesday night. I mentioned earlier, hit 3 in a row against the league-leading Jayhawks.
And my senior year had big adjustments there, and I ended up graduating from Baylor University. And from there, I had my daughter, and I wanted to get back to teaching the kids in the communities that they can make it to these big colleges with a little work and being coachable. So that was really my aspiration of coaching and getting back into it with the girls, to let them know that they can go to these big schools. It just takes a little hard work. Y'all block. Then when they shoot it, what do you do? Yeah, don't turn and look. Okay, box them down.
Don't think that we can't get better.
Hey, one more thing, man. Coach Pleasant birthday. All right, everybody happy birthday.
My coaches told me when I first got here that they wanted me to be aggressive at all times. I would say, like, at the start of the season, I feel like offensively I tried to carry that, but I feel like I wasn't as aggressive as my coaches and team needed me to be. But I know I'm going to build on that next season. My favorite game was the game against Horn when we played here. I would say that was my favorite game because, one, the energy was hype. It was lit. Everybody was together, and that was my highest point game. I had like 9 threes that game.
What would you say to the girls watching the Lady Raiders?
I would tell them to stay focused at all times. I would also say that when it comes to basketball, if you don't got heart for it and if you don't love it, then you just need to stop while you're ahead. If you love it and you got the drive and the heart for it, then it's going to show. And when stuff get hard, don't quit on yourself or don't give up. Keep pushing, because it's going to be days where it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough. But mentally, you're going to be able to emotionally pick it up and stay with it. So don't give up.
Move your feet, turn them 2 times. Get over. Swing it. Stop. Hurry up, Kaylee. Good, Bob. Swing it. Stop.
All right, my name is Alexis Green. I'm class of 2006 out of Skyline High School. I played basketball while I was here. I also played softball, and I threw the shot and discus while at Skyline. My experience at Skyline was outstanding. When I went to college, I was not only prepared athletically, but I was prepared academically to compete with the other students from around the state. And I just, a lot of my life and my career, I can attribute to my experience at Skyline. The phrase that y'all are living by, why not the Grove? Even though I'm from Oak Cliff, it just means a lot to me, because it's saying, why not Dallas ISD? Why not Skyline? Why not inner city? Why not us? And so why not us be agents of change? Why not, why can't our kids go off and be successful? They can and they will, and it starts here. It starts in Dallas ISD and it starts at Skyline.
games. So you gotta gather yourself and get yourself back to. You gotta get yourself back.
Hey, to the future juniors and seniors, my message is to you: tough. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say the whole speech. No.
Tough, mean, dedicated, aggressive. Make sure you always hustle for your teammates. Never give up because you never know what God's got planned.
Us 26 for the
Out and it ain't right, I expect y'all to fight back. That's in everything. Okay? So make sure y'all lock in, stay together, watch the stand, keep everything down, man. Enjoy y'all senior night with some of the seniors have things for y'all, man. Enjoy each other. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you can find the W's in the L's. Alright? And the W's that we got is that y'all played together as sisters when we played together. I'm very proud of that.
Where I'm supposed to sit?
Here we go. We're gonna get it started right here.
I bet.
First question is, what would you like to say, parent, community, everyone who supported all season long, home and on?
First of all, I just want to say thank you. That's the first thing. You know, thank you for all your support, supporting Why Not the Grove movement that we have created. And we want continued success with support for these ladies because they need all they can have.
Looking ahead, we played very well at the very beginning of the season. Coming straight out of the off season, we played a lot of good basketball. So I just like to bring that same type of energy and that work ethic all next season.
You know, we always go with our motto, you know, like I said, you know, early on, you know, refuse to lose. You just want that mentality to carry over to the young ones that's coming into the program and, you know, to where it's already instilled and they know what's happening when it comes down to the Lady Raiders.
All right. The person who made the biggest jump would be Ashlyn Hopkins. She coming from Madison, a 3A school, and playing on a 6A level here at Skyline High School. Play basketball. I believe she made the biggest jump because she was still able to perform, give that same performance she did in 3A on a 6A level, a bigger level than what she was on. So, yeah, I believe she made the biggest jump. If I had to pick one game, it would be the Duncanville game. I believe we played our best basketball. Even though we didn't win it, we made a mistake late. That's okay, but that whole game we played very good basketball. So that's the game I believe that really showed what Skyline basketball is about.
One or two areas that I've circled for the team is, you know, just so happened we didn't get into the big dance this year. So I know coming next year, you know, with the new incomers and juniors that are now will return and be seniors, we'll circle that again. You know, that'll probably be one of our goals is to make the playoffs because that's where it started first with that goal.